All set. Hood comes off Fort Bellini. And they sprinting away. Untidy beginning this. Windhoek one of those very slow into stride. Salesman's right there, and Fort Bellini also showing some speed on debut. Aware, yellow sleeves and caps about 3 lengths off the tempo. Windy Express is further back in the running. Chief Admiral, green sleeves and cap toward the insides, in touch with him. Your Worship. Joshua's Gold's about 3.5, 4 lengths off the tempo. Gary the Greats in the orange silks. Over to the inside is Trip Kings. Windhoek's made up some ground to be about 6 lengths off them. I can tell you Sergeant Tibbs has dropped right out of it toward the inside. The black cap, 9 lengths off the leaders. Newton Abbott behind these. And Salesman onto the 400 now. Gets onto that outside rail, and Salesman kicked away by 2. From in second, Fort Bellini. Here comes Aware out the pack now, coming to the 300-meter marker. Aware now starts to run on. Got to get to Salesman. Fort Bellini still right there between them, but Salesman over the last 100 in front by 3 parts of a length. Fort Bellini's going to try and wear him down, but I'm afraid Salesman still in front, 3 parts of a length. Fort Bellini's going to lunge through late. Here comes the line. Fort Bellini, an amazing win, got up to beat Salesman. 4 lengths away Aware, and then came Trip Kings. Fort Bellini showed the speed. Salesman went by, but Fort Bellini will have the final say. He got to Salesman, who looked to keep rolling up that outside barrier. Well, Salesman hard up on the outside, but you're going to find Fort Bellini putting in a spirited, sparkling debut up the inside, and he puts his head down from Salesman going to the line. Fort Bellini wins it. From in second position, Salesman's. Let's go back a fraction. It looked like a half a length from the commentary box. Let's go back a fraction here. Fort Bellini will just scrape in on that. Fort Bellini by a whisker. I tell you what, from this angle, it looked a half a length. Easy stuff for Fort Bellini, but he's going to just scrape in on this. From in second, Salesman. Well, shows you how deceptive the angle can be sometimes. It looked a clear-cut half a length victory, but he wins a nostril. In behind these runners comes Aware, and further back to Trip Kings. Well, coming to the 200-meter marker, and Salesman was set alight, went clear. Fort Bellini then looks to put him under pressure. For a long way, Salesman looks to continue to go, and Fort Bellini now gets going towards the center of the course. Still a bit green in the running. You'll see Samango Kamala now changes the whip to the left hand, and he's going to get up and win a close decision as they hit the post. Fort Bellini, well, he just scrapes in. From in second, Salesman. We'll wait for the numbers to go up in the frame, but it's going to be number 7, Fort Bellini and Salesman, and he has a nice side-on shot. They're very close together. Fort Bellini with his nose just on the post, and he only wins it about that short head to a head. From in second position, Salesman. Back to the studio.
Welcome back to Clairwood. You've just seen the running of race number 2. That's gone the way of Fort Bellini, trained by Sean Terry, ridden home by Smanga Kumalo, and owned by Mr. and Mrs. Fanny Kirk and Marcus Schuster. Smangi, you were out the gates quickly. Obviously, Anton went out and set the pace, but you tracked him, and you really turned on the speed when it mattered most.
Yes, my horse came out pretty fast, and I was doing it easy. And Anton's horse was a little bit tugging, so I just reserved my horse a little bit, and I sat behind him. And when we gone through the 500, and I feel my horse is he still got it. And I asked him, and he started picking it up. He's a very smart horse, this, because he just reserves himself a little bit. But when you want him the most, he's always there.
And Smuggy, what's the track like?
It's running pretty quick, and it's hot out there. But we'll try and do our best to ride horses, and we'll put the heat on the side.
Cool. I've had a look at your card. You've got some decent rides later on. 2 that I've picked out is Stunning Guy from the Patline stable, as well as the other runner from the Sean Terry stable, Circle of Speed.
Yes, I think Stunning Guy ran a very nice race, 4 lengths off and getting beat to length, and was running on nicely. We're carrying a kilo less than last time, so I think he might be with the shot. And also Speed of Circle, quite a nice horse, and hopefully the day picks up from here.
Perfect, Smuggy. Well done. Great ride, and hope to see you back later.
Thank you. I'd like to thank Mr. Terry for all the patience, and to Mr. Fanekek again, and to Mr. Euster, and also well done to my sponsor, GoldCircleRacing.
Congrats. Let's call in Sean Terry. Sean, congratulations. Always nice to have your horse come out first time and win. The son of Fort Wood. I think Sean will go a bit further, but great win today.
Yes, a little under pressure with him because he's also qualifies for that ready-to-run race in Cape Town at the end of November. And we've been battling with a hind leg lameness, and we sort of got that right. And then we had the incident at the pens last time out. So we've sort of been holding our breath with him. He's got ability, and the horse that ran in the first race and him in work, there wasn't much in it. So I'm assuming this was a weaker field. We're very thankful that he's come through, because it's obviously shown us his ability, and we can now prepare him for that race in Cape Town.
Oh yeah, I mean, you guys do all the hard work behind the scenes. We don't get to see exactly what you go through, but it's all worthwhile when they arrive and perform like they did today.
Yes, listen, one or two guys after the horse went down, commented that it really looks like a nice horse, but unfortunately we've seen what's gone on behind the scenes, and it does take the edge off our confidence, especially when the first one was a little disappointing. But a big thank you to Chris and Marcus Jooste. They dug down deep once again to secure this horse at the ready-to-run sale. And even though he's been a little troublesome, he has got ability, and he certainly will go on from here.
Great, General. Best of luck with its future. Just to touch on another one of your runners today, Circle of Speed, I probably singled that out as being one of your best.
Yeah, listen, she should bury the field on form. The only worry is that the course is running extremely fast, and she seems to get a little bit out of her ground in the early parts. So as much as I'd like to give everybody the confidence to say she should win, my reservation is that the way the course is running, will she be running on too late, or will she get there in time? And obviously, evens, you've got to be bold.
No, for sure, that's the beauty about racing. But Sean, congratulations on your winner. We'll possibly see you back for another one.
Well, we're doing our best. Thank you.
Thanks. That's Sean Terry. Congratulations again to the owners, Mr. and Mrs. Van Niekerk, Marcus Jooste, Sean Terry, Smanga Khumalo, who rode it, the Ascot stud who bred it. That's the son of Fortwood. Should relish a bit of extra ground. Good luck to them in the ready-to-run race in Cape Town if they end up going for that. We'll see you back for the third.